Hi everyone, it's Terry back with another episode of Terry's O-Gauge Trains. And this will be part 3 of that Marx crane car, tank car project. This will be the final part. On the last part, I showed you how I got the Marx New York Central tank car switched over to 3/16 trucks, and how I also made it a transition car that can also couple to Lionel by using a tab and slot on one end. So, and how I fixed it so it would stay in this position when going around the track and not pivot unless I wanted it to. So now we're going to get to part 3. Now again, I mentioned, you see it over there. I'll zoom in. The Marx Ciry Service tank car. Now if you remember in part 1, that was nothing but a shell with no wheels and no couplers. I was able to get it finished. So I'll bring it around here, let you see how I got it working, and then we'll do a little run session with the two trains. Let me bring it around and we'll let you get a better look at it. Here we go. Here she comes. Okay. Zoom out. And we go over here. So, here is the Marx Ciry Service. You can see it has, I took the simulated trucks and wheels, the 4 wheels off the crane car, and I glued them onto here. I will tell you this was not easy. I had a time getting them to adhere. Various adhesives didn't want to work. Finally I ended up settling on a combination of JB Weld epoxy putty on one side and Gorilla Glue super glue gel, and that seemed to work. I'll take it off here and show you what I did. Slide this back. I set the couplers because they were drooping, so in order to keep that fixed I used music wire and bent it, and that holds them at the right height. That took some trial and error just to get them just right. To attach the couplers to the body, I drilled down into the original green post where the couplers would have originally been held, and then inserted this white that you see is actually some styrene sprues off of an old model kit. You know, those things you break the pieces off before you put them together. And I put them down and glued them down into the hole I drilled, the one end. Attached the coupler, and then heated a screwdriver, warm up, and used that to melt and mushroom those out, similar to the way Marx does on some of their cars, where they don't use a rivet on these plastic cars. And that worked out pretty well. So that pretty much is how I did it, and it seems to have worked out quite well. Let me get it back on the track here. I may have to get up to do it, so just bear with me here. Here we go. There's that end. Bring the boxcar up. And let's see if we can get it to go around. So we'll start the 999 out. Get it going. And now the Union Pacific. And there we go. So, two Marx cars that had issues now running just well. Crank that up a little bit. I'm running these on my nephew's layout. I just wanted to show you that. And I'll move over here and get a better look at them. So as you see, they are running quite well with no issues. So that's my project. Marx crane car and Marx tank car that are now up and running and useful. From trash to treasure. So that'll be the end of this video. I hope you enjoy it and you enjoyed the series. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And that'll be it for Ciry's O-Gauge Train.